just get this figured out. This world gon' give me whatever I need until I get this vision out. Then they gon' pay me whatever I ask, cause I got it figured out. Family be checking all up on a nigga to see how I'm feeling now. Damn, they love to see a nigga really make a killing now. I put a lock on the game and I hide the code and the keys. I am not playing no games, I really play this shit for keeps. That shit for me.
MaddenHeadz YouTube. What's going on? It is your boy, Coach DC, coming back at you today with another video. Y'all know what it is, man. Saturday morning, cereal time. You know, what is your favorite cereal of choice? Yeah, I was Honeycombs, Fruit Loops, Frosted Flakes. Mama got paid that week, we might get 2 boxes. Hey, man, things happen. But, man, what I'm going to talk to y'all today about is the little things of Madden, because I always get asked all the time, like, how do they hear me talk about creating consistency, and obviously in Madden, at times there seems to be no consistency. And so, for me, while the consistency thing being a struggle is true, what I've found is that it's just the little things that you have to know. You have to know how to create your throwing animations. You have to know how to, create throwing animations. You have to know how to move to create the throwing animations. On defense, you have to know how to do the little things to get your guys to react to certain routes and certain plays at certain times. And so, it's really complicated in terms of being able to create these things on a consistent basis. But all that to me comes with mechanics and the understanding of mechanics, because you can have the mechanics and it's only going to take you so far. You can have a great scheme and that's only going to take you so far. It's how you mix and match your scheme with your mechanics. And you have to understand situational football and how to make things happen according to that point, space, and time. So, for instance, right there, I have to understand how to get my feet set and the timing or the small window at which I can make that throw. Otherwise, that's getting picked off all day long. And so it's like a real fine-tuned, little spot and little window where I can do certain things mechanically, or from a mechanic standpoint, that will influence what happens when the play starts or at that point in time to play. So for instance, on this play right here that you just saw, being able to understand, and first of all, I have to have the right defense called, but I also have to understand how to trigger my AI defenders to attack the football or to play more aggressively. So it's more than just shading. Again, I'll say it 1,000 times. If you do not have both versions of the mechanics Bible, you're just not, you might be good, but you're not playing with a full arsenal of things that would make you so much better. And so you guys see me come out here like every week or whatever in the video. To me at this point, I honestly think I can play with any quarterback on the game and actually be competitive. I'm just, and it may not happen all the time, but I feel like if I'm on my game, my mechanics are on, I can take any quarterback on this game and literally compete against practically anybody, because it just becomes a matter of know-how in the little things of the game. Like a pass like this, you got to be able to read the safety taking away that corner route and understand the timing at which, or the small window at which you can make that throw. Now, the connector to that is having your footwork in order and your footwork in place to make a reactionary throw. Meaning, that wasn't my first read, but once I saw what the safety was doing, I was able to kind of switch in mid-stride to progress on to make that read down the field as the safety went to go take away the corner. And so in every situation, there's a hole in every defense. I don't care what anybody says. There are no defenses where there aren't holes. No, there's a hole in the defense It's just that sometimes we don't have the footwork and the timing to make the throw where and when the hole in the defense is open. And so again, it's little things. It's being able to offensively, it's being able to set your feet, seeing when the defender gets beat and making the throw at the right time in that particular window, so that that play can go for a touchdown, as opposed to the guy underneath it just jumping up and knocking it away. And it's just like little stuff under pressure, just understanding your footwork. And I'm y'all know how I do in these videos. I try to give y'all as much as I can give you without totally giving it to you. It sounded weird, but you know what I meant. But it's just little stuff. Like, people see me all the time, and I run curl routes. Like, I literally had a partner of mine call me the other day. He was watching me play a league game. He was like, man, from what he was taking away, you literally just sat there and just ate him up with curl routes until he decided he had to get a little bit more risky defensively. And when you watch these pro guys play, that's the one thing you'll notice, is they don't make a lot of mistakes. Not necessarily that they're the best they have the best user, or they're the best user controlled or mechanics type players. Most of these guys, they play with really good scheme. They have enough of the mechanics down, but they have a very intricate knowledge of where they're going with the ball, when to throw it, what type of throw to make. And all these things tie together to make you, an above average Madden player. Is it going to work all the time? No. The game is just, triggered to do weird stuff at certain times. You're going to get drops. You're going to get the ghost block sheds. You're going to get your offensive line just simply not blocking. And that's another thing we got to address, is the fact that this frostbite navigation thing is probably one of the biggest fails, aside from what they call it, the freeform passing and the skill-based passing, because those two things, those are things we were sold on. But then as you get to later on in the latter months, or once we get past January, to me, that's when the real flaws of the game are actually exposed. Not early. The early stuff is there's almost a part of me that thinks that happens on purpose, to be honest with you, because it's like the what seem to be the bigger flaws are actually just covering up lazy programming and just them being non-detailed to a certain aspect. And like I said, I'm not even here to rip the game, because I actually think that if you have the mechanics Bible, you understand the mechanics. Once you get a really good feel for the mechanics, you can play this game and you can play against anybody. Now it's how you integrate that within your scheme, that's on you. And you have to, like I said, you have to understand your personnel and how to do the little things, how to step up in the pocket, how to get your feet set before you throw, how to, strafe on defense, and how you can affect your other defenders. Yeah, there's ways to affect your other AI defenders while you're controlling one guy on defense. That's like, this stuff is old. And so you have to understand that the little things of Madden, the little things, just focus in on the little things, like getting your feet set, defensively, being able to click on to the right guy, all that kind of stuff. Anyway, man, you guys enjoy your Saturday. It is your boy Coach. I am